Let's talk about how to use step 3 of the communication SOAP framework. And actually, it's just a SOAP framework, but we're focusing on communication this month to supersize and grow your business. Step 3 is A for action. SOAP framework is a little framework I came up with, and I always had a problem solving way to deal with challenges process that I used, but I never actually defined it and shared it with people. I just did it for myself and for my businesses and for people I love and care about. I'd maybe share it with them, but I never shared it in a big way until the COVID-19 pandemic. And we were all shut down. We were looking for change and dealing with challenges that were totally foreign to us and outside of things that we'd experienced before, at least the vast majority of us. It was an imperative that I create a structure and something that I could use to keep me moving forward. And then I decided, well, if I'm doing it, then I should share it with other people, because if I'm feeling this way, I guarantee millions and millions of other people are feeling this way too and need a mechanism to go forward. So every other month in 2020 and 2021, we did a 30+ day challenge called the Get Up and Go Challenge. And it kept us moving in a time when millions of people were literally frozen in their tracks and not making changes, not moving forward, just waiting for the world to go back to normal. Well, I don't know that our world has ever been normal or gone back to what normal is, because normal is changing all the time. So today we're talking about action. How do we go about taking action? And I always like to have, and I covered it yesterday, I said we're going to use the 10-3-1 tool, and we'll talk about this a lot this year in different areas and aspects of our business. Why? Because it's a great, quick brainstorming tool. Now, if you've got a super complicated challenge, you're going to use more complicated tools. But when you have a simple challenge, I say pick a tool that works for you, that's simple, quick, and easy, so you can get moving through the process of focusing on solutions instead of the problem in most areas and aspects of our business, right? I don't know about you, but in my businesses, pretty much every single day, there's a challenge or a problem or a situation that comes up that requires quick decision making. It requires that we go through a simple 4-step process, or a simple 3-step or 5-step, or whatever you use for your business process that everybody understands, so that we have common language and common understanding, and we're solving problems in the same quick way together. And I use the SOAP framework, right? And the 10-3-1 tool is a great brainstorming tool, because we just quickly come up with 10 possible ways to fill the gap between where we are and where we want to be. And I did those. I'm going to talk about how we can analyze that in a way that I would suggest that most business coaches will never teach you or will never share, because they think they have to be so smart and sophisticated, and they'll teach you all kinds of complicated tools that may or may not work for you. So I say, let's cut through all the BS and do what really works. So one of my favorite tools is what I call the head, heart, intuition tool for analyzing alternatives or options that we brainstormed yesterday and determining which one we're going to take action on. Not tomorrow, not in a week, not in 6 months after we do a whole bunch of study and analysis. We're going to do it now. We're going to do it today. We're going to take action on one of the items that we came up with yesterday. So I am working on, for business purposes, for supersizing your business with respect to communication, digital communication, and doing I guess I could say I'm going to do a rebrand and a revamping and a restructuring of how I do things online, because it is kind of a Frankenstein approach to how I do things online and how I show up digitally. I personally, as well as our businesses, some of them, I will admit, our businesses are much more structured and professional than I personally am. And it's why I think I need to attack my personal digital situation and footprint first, and then we just audit on a regular basis the business ones, and then fix those along the way and make continuous improvement, because continuous improvement, not perfection, is what we're about. But the tool I want to share is this one, the head, heart, intuition tool. Why? Because most of the time when we're talking about business coaching and business analysis and business decisions, we focus on the intellectual, right? We focus on the objective. We focus on facts and figures. And I don't know about you, but I would say that in the last couple of decades, the one thing I've learned is that what's true and factual is flexible, right? And it's based on our perception and our experience of things. And so I think it's important. Actually, I think it's imperative, based on millions of decisions that I've made in my life. I have found that if I miss one of these 3 elements, in my decision-making process and I take action without considering all three, I'm going to make a mistake. It might not be a non-fixable mistake, but it's not going to be the fastest way to filling the gap between where I am and where I want to be in any area or aspect of my life. And communication is no different. So I'll just give an example and I'll talk through it quickly because I've not done today's homework yet for the annual challenge. But if I were picking 3 possible alternatives to analyze when it comes to fixing my digital footprint, I'm going to call it my digital footprint because it's simple and easy and people can kind of say, okay, I get that. I can do it myself. I can figure it out step by step. Obviously, my head says, yes, I can do that. My heart says, my intuition says, NFW, if you were going to do it, you would have done it already. So don't kid yourself into thinking you're going to do that. Then if I'm looking at hiring a done for me service and having somebody, just hiring somebody that I can relate to and say, do this for me, fix this for me. That one, my head says, yes, I can do that. My heart says, yeah, I kind of want to do that, but I like to have a little bit of control. And my intuition says, this is probably the way I'm going to go because otherwise it's not going to get done. And why not have somebody who loves to do these things and is an expert at it do it for me? Now, there's, of course, a third approach that I would head, heart, and intuition on this. And that is some kind of a model where I either join a mastermind, which would take a long time in my mind, or a group, or take a course on how to do this and then do it myself, which again, my intuition and my heart is saying, I've got other priorities that I want to spend my time and energy on. So maybe that's not the best choice for me. So what I do is I just have little grids like this, and I make a little grid like this on a little scrap of paper, and usually I like to document what I do so I can keep track of what works and what doesn't. So I will start a digital communication book, and I will keep track of the different things that I do to improve that, and then how I made that decision. So I can go back and I can revisit and I can continually learn and improve. Okay, well, I didn't do a great job on my head, heart, intuition, or my whatever other plus or minus or decision-making tool that I used before I took action. And this is why this took me longer. And we can only do that kind of analysis after we've taken action and we've seen the results of that action. So I always have an ongoing discussion with myself and my notebooks and my teams about how things work. And we go back and we call it a postmortem, but I hate that name for many reasons. We go back and we analyze what worked, what didn't work, what are we going to do next time, what the heck lessons do we learn to never do again? Because there are some lessons that we learn that teach us don't ever do that again because it's definitely not right for you. And that's the litmus test is it right for you? Is it right for your business? Because what's right for one person isn't right for another. I've learned that in different industries and different situations and experiences. So that is it today. Today we're going to pick one option that we brainstormed yesterday, analyze it. Well, we're going to analyze and pick one, and then we're going to take action on it today. Right now, today, the quicker you can take action on it, the better, because it reinforces our decision and helps us to build momentum. And even if it's the wrong thing, we'll learn that pretty quickly and we'll just do something else, right? Do the next right thing. Anna from Frozen 2 sings a whole song about it. All right. That's it. Have a great day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.